Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we'll be checking out the 32 megabyte version of the ATI Rage 128 Pro, launched in mid-1999. These cards can be picked up very cheap on eBay, typically around £10 or 15 US dollars, but are they any good? Well, let's find out. I'll be testing it on a socket 775 motherboard with AGP, a Pentium 4 550 clocked at 3.4 gigahertz and 2 gigabytes of DDR RAM. So we can run the Rage 128 at its full potential. We'll start with a couple of benchmarks. In 3D Mark 1999, we got a score of 2,944, and in 3D Mark 2001, we got a score of 658, which doesn't bode well for any games released this side of the millennium. Now to test some games, kicking off with Half-Life. We're running this in OpenGL at 1024 by 768, and we're getting an excellent experience, often seeing frame rates into the 70s. Unreal Tournament in OpenGL at 1024 by 768 with lower settings, we're seeing a frame rate in the 20s and still offers a playable experience, but you could get better frame rates setting it to a lower resolution. Quake 3 Arena 800 by 600 with the high preset, we're running the in-game benchmark and got an average of 23 FPS. System Shock 2 800 by 600, we're in the tutorial section and getting frame rates in the mid-20s.
Click the right mouse button. All usable items will have brackets around them. Highlight the button on the pillar and right-click. This will activate the lift. Try it out. If you can still see your inventory display, it means you're in use mode. The object before you is a med-hypo. Pick it up and then press tab. The object before you is a med-hypo. See the crate in front of you?
American McGee's Alice, 800 by 600, medium settings, we're getting a consistent frame rate of around 30.
Why do you pursue me to this deserted place?
Deus Ex 800 by 600 with the lowest settings, we're getting very good frame rates here, averaging around 50, though one thing to bear in mind is the cutscenes can be absolutely terrible with non-existent faces. Thankfully, I didn't capture these, so I've saved you from how cursed these look. Midtown Madness 2, 1024 by 768, high settings, we get an average frame rate of around 24 and the game looks great. Red Faction 800 by 600, lower settings, and we're seeing frame rates in the 30s.
Immediately.
They're gonna get off Mars and back to Earth. You help me reach the shuttle and I'll make sure they take you along.
And finally, Max Payne at 800 by 600, I think this game is capped at 30 FPS, but we consistently get that frame rate with the occasional drop during the action scenes. To conclude, this card is fine if you're looking to build a Windows 98/DOS gaming PC on a budget, but as I expected, it's not great for games released after 2000. Personally, I would go for a GeForce 2, which has 64 megabytes of VRAM and can actually be found for the same price or even cheaper than the Rage 128. If you're going to buy a Rage 128, watch out for the OEM versions of the card, as drivers can be very difficult to track down and they may not work with the official drivers found on the AMD's websites. Thankfully, mine was sent with the driver CD. So that's all for this one. Leave a like and subscribe. If you enjoy this sort of content, feel free to leave a comment below about your experiences with the Rage 128, and I will see you in the next one.